Hey kids, we're back. Second attempt at doing this today. Something went wrong with the switcher. I don't know. I didn't do anything. Sometimes the switcher is acting up. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. It's an expensive switcher. But yeah, so here, you're watching Guitar Quackery Live. I am going to copy and paste. Copied, closed, and now let's paste. And let's see. Oh, I'm so tired. All right, so hopefully this will work. I have a guitar here. Still need to send a link. Let me find right here. Okay. Paste. Send. Okay. So hopefully my audience will come back. We're live streaming. You're watching Guitar Quackery Live. A viewer just logged on. So, here is the guitar. Back on the bench. So this was a nasty situation with the bridge plate. It was completely ripped. They probably drilled the holes without a backing plate. But the tear-out was so terrible, I had to patch it with wood putty. I'm sorry, with the epoxy putty. Yeah, for wood. And now, Dr. Aficionado's back. Sorry about that, doctor. Something happened with the switcher. Well, fortunately, it happened at the beginning of the live stream. So I was able to just redo it. Look, I got gloves. The other cameras here. This is my first live stream today. I'm not sure if it's the last one. We were going to have a different live stream today. As I mentioned before, during my first attempt. But I'll talk more about it when people log on. Okay, I do have 2 people watching now. So I need to remove. Okay, so what happened was I patched up the horrible tear out inside the guitar, on the inside. And I used epoxy putty for that. So now I need to remove the pickup from the inside. And I am going to use the bridge saver tool. This is this tool. Well, there's more parts to it. To hollow out the my patch and reinforce it with little plugs so that it looks like this. I'm too old for this. So here I have a couple of samples. I show to customers these things. That's from a Martin guitar. I love chopping up Martin guitars. And that's from a cheapo guitar. I don't know. But anyway, these plugs, right? So this is the phase 1 of the repair, phase 2, and phase 3. So we need to hollow out like this so that we can insert a plug like this. I have these little plugs here already made, a whole bunch of them. Then we're going to drill through the plug, okay? So I'm going to do all 6, but it needs to be done 3 holes at a time. So that when that's completely dry, and in this case we're going to use epoxy because we filled it with epoxy putty, right? And cured, only then do we do the other 3 holes in between, because there's going to be a little bit of an overlap. And then after that's completely cured, we drill the holes through. It's going to look like this. So the reason why I want to do this is as a courtesy to the customer. I'm not charging him anything extra. I already explained that to him. I just need the job to be done properly. And you know, I don't want to charge him anything extra because this guitar has already been costing him a lot. But I just need this to be done the best that I am able to, okay? And that's going to be much better than having that exposed epoxy putty. Now, why did I use epoxy putty to begin with? Well, because the tear out made the whole surface uneven. You couldn't really plug it with these plugs. So I filled it with epoxy putty. Now it's all flat, nice, and I have a nice flat surface to reinforce it with these bridge saver plugs. Now, that alone is an expensive repair. It's on my price list, but like I said, I'm not charging him for that. Just sometimes you gotta do the right thing, and this is the right thing to do this time. So, and look at that, it makes it an interesting live stream for everyone to watch. Okay. So first things first, we need to remove the pickup from the inside. So I have these 2 little plugs, pearls. They come out nicely, all right? And I have 2 screws. I'm going to remove that. And I am going to put this stuff in a bag. I have the bag right here. So today we're doing 3 holes again, patching 3 holes. In a few days, I don't know, he's not in a hurry. He's been very patient. We'll do 3 more holes. And then in a few days, we'll do the drilling. And then the setup, I will just do off camera. All right. So it's going to be worth the wait because that's much better. Yeah. I'm kind of yeah, something. Let me see. I got a text message from some customer. We'll see. Okay. Okay, bear with me, guys. I don't know where my head is. But here we have this. I'm going to remove this screw first. Now, you see how this screwdriver bit is bigger than this one? But I got to use this one here. And that's because you can see, so this is the proper screwdriver tip to be used for these screws. But because the bridge is taller on this side, we have this side wall here. And this doesn't really fit inside properly. So I don't want to damage the side wall. I am going to use the smaller screwdriver for this side, okay? As long as I'm careful that I'm not skipping, it's going to remove the screw just fine. Okay, so now I'm holding the pickup. So now it's past that the surface, right? So now I can use the proper size screwdriver. It's always important to use the proper screwdriver sizes, especially on Phillips heads, because if it starts to skip, you damage the screw head, and then that leads to other problems. Okay, so that's the pickup, and we know that it has this part that comes off, so I'm going to put it right here. It can just hang there, and I just push the screws out, both of them. Okay, and these two screws, they are also going inside the bag. Yeah, kids, I'm too old for this. But it's going to be an interesting show today, because you don't get to see the bridge saver tool being used live that often. I've done a few live streams with that tool. I need to check this, but we're going to use the what scope? What is it called again? Endoscope. Okay. Where is it? Here. I've been meaning to build a shelf there for ages. Everything is cluttered here. I don't want to point the camera in that direction. All right. And I need the light. Where is it? You see, when it's cluttered, I can't find things. I know it's here. Somewhere. I need the little light, internal light. Oh, it's right here in front of my nose. Okay. So we'll need this. I am going to now point the camera. Let's see. How about we do it this way this time? So it has two cameras. One is facing this way, one is facing this way. I'm going to put it there so that I can view it like this, right? That's what I'm going to try to do this time. Let's see what kind of image we get. So it's stiff. And now I use my phone this way. It's going to ask me. Oh, and let's silence the phone so I don't get messages, text messages. Okay. Come on. It's not the best connector. Allow. Okay, so maybe this way. Oh, come on. How about this way? I like this better. And let's put this camera here. I'm going to point the camera at my phone. Bear with me. Equipment isn't always cooperating. I think we're good. Zoom in, focus. It's all dark. All right, so now I need to find the right position for the camera. and it lost connection again. Ah, come on, it's really flimsy. All right, so maybe that's it. And here, there's a button to switch to the other camera. All right, rotate. Okay. So now let me show you on the inside. Now what I'm seeing here, what I'm discovering just now, is this a gap? No, that's just a shadow. Okay. Fine. So we'll point the camera at the bridge plate. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, and yeah. So let me remove my watch. So this is the bridge saver tool, and since I'll be working here, I'll put this here. Bridge saver tool. It's got some other parts. And that goes on the inside, comes out here. Let me see something. I just want to know what's going to be showing up on camera. I think I need to adjust the camera just a little bit. Okay, so this we put inside here through this hole. It's a tight fit. Okay, just like that. Okay, now it finds its position, and now here I need to screw this on counterclockwise. It's a left screw. Okay, and now we place this on, and that's going to start turning the thing on the inside. So as I turn this, it tightens against this little block, and because it's a left-handed screw, it pulls it up. So as I'm turning this, it turns it on the inside. You can see it turning. Maybe I can adjust the light a little bit. That's probably a better lighting situation. So you see I'm turning this, and I can release a little bit, turn and release. So once again we turn and release, turn, right? And we don't want to overdo it, so I'm just kind of testing to see, but it's better to remove it to check. You see how it turns into powder? And that's one of the reasons I didn't want to leave it like this. I want to plug the little plugs. Okay, so let's do this. And the way I'm going to check it is with the plugs. So you see, the shavings fell off here, but whatever, you can see this. And let me get the plugs. I have them here. See, I told you it was going to be interesting. Just getting a little loud. I know you don't hear it. Lucky you. Oh, and I was going to test this clamping call. I need to make sure that it fits properly. So why don't we do this now? It's got to go here, like that. Yeah, okay, so that's going to clamp it. And the reason why I really like this clamping call is because I made this. It's got Teflon here, so nothing's going to stick to it. Then we remove it, and then we clean up the little plugs, which I have right here right now. So I'm just going to take one of them for testing. So the way I'm going to test it is simply put it inside, and now into this hole. All right, so my hand is covering up everything, and I just kind of see how much it's still protruding, right? And that tells me that I actually need to do another pass. Now this is adjustable, and maybe I need to adjust it to cut deeper. I think I do, yeah. Just a little bit. I was just adjusting it by eye just before. Let me try without adjusting it just yet. Ah, yeah, counterclockwise. I keep forgetting. Okay, that's fine. But now this goes clockwise. Just going to do this by feel. Now, once again, I'm looking at what's happening on the inside. I'm trying to judge this distance here, if this is completely flush or not. And I'm also doing this kind of by feel. So let me remove it again. And remove this. So now this goes clockwise to unscrew it. Let's remove this. Let's see if we have, yeah, you see we have shavings. Okay. And now, again, I take the plug. Oh, I lost the plug. Okay, so I'm gonna have to adjust the tool a little bit. Just release this a little bit. Where's the, maybe this Allen key, hold on a second. Which one? No. I forget what size it is. Yeah. 3 30-seconds. Okay, now it's like this. There's got to be a way to mark it off. So I don't need to keep adjusting every time I want to clean it. Okay, let's hope this is it. Let me see. Now I'm just kind of pushing it with my thumb, and I'm going to put this on top and then spin it. Let me see what we got. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I did get some shavings. Okay, so that's good. That's what I wanted to see. So the plug is still sticking out just a little bit, like this. So I think we can go just a little bit deeper, which means once again I need to adjust it. Those are very, very small adjustments that I'm making, obviously. And I'll do the same thing without this. Just push it like this. It's the first time I'm doing it like this. Maybe we don't even need that block. Okay, it feels like it reached its limit, which means now we can remove it. And you see some shavings right there. So let's pull it out. Let's have a look. Yeah, we see some shavings. Mm-hmm. And you know what? This kind of gave me an idea. Maybe so now we skip one hole. Oh yeah, let's test it. Like that. And I like this much better. You can see now it still is a little bit, it's not completely flush, and we're going to sand it off eventually, but it is much better. So I have a good position now, and since we have this now, let's make sure that it's tight. I want to never have to adjust it again. So let's try. So we skip one hole. Let's try this hole here. I guess we can try without. Let's see what happens. I totally think we can do it this way. know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing that we are exposing a lot of the wood itself, right? So, okay, let's remove and clean up a little bit first. So I was going to use epoxy for these, but since we're exposing a lot of the wood, no, right? Because the reason for epoxy, and I was going to use this epoxy, I already have it here, is because I had to fill it first with epoxy putty. And the reason why I had to do that, for those of you who are logged in now or watching it for the first time, maybe, I had to use this epoxy putty. Focus, please. Come on. Technology isn't cooperating with me today. Okay, whatever. Is because I found severe tear out. Looked like botched up factory work to me. So I had to first kind of fill it flush, just kind of like using Bondo on a car body, right? So so the epoxy putty is epoxy, so I was going to use epoxy to glue the plugs. But now I'm looking at it, and I see that a bunch of wood is getting exposed here and also here, right? So I don't think epoxy is the way to go. I'm just going to use wood glue, tight bond. So once again, I'm going to be turning this. And to be honest, I like this system better, and I just came up with it. So without this, because now I can actually feel my way through the cut. With this, I was kind of always a bit nervous, to be honest with you. Okay, and now we remove this. Here it is. Okay. So if I don't need to use epoxy, that's good, because it saves me a little bit of time. I do see that this hole is a bit different, right? You can see more epoxy here on the side, right there. But once again, let me check with the plug how it is. I think I just need to just go a tiny little bit deeper, right? Like that. I like this system much better than the official system. Okay, now I can really feel that I've reached the limit. I can just do it this way. Because with this, the threaded portion of this tool keeps pulling the tool up, and I never know when to stop. So I did remove just a little more material. And let's test the plug. Look, it's a nice fit. I actually need to use some kind of tool, something to push it out. There you go. So I'm happy with this one. We have one more to go. So that's going to be the A string. So we did the E, G, now A. And that's it. Yeah. So And then we install the plugs. Like that. Now I put this here. Turn it this way. As I'm pushing on the inside with my finger. Okay, just need to clean up. So I don't get to use the bridge saver tool that often, right? Which is why I don't kind of have a perfected system. It's not like not files that I use every day. This is more like an occasional, special occasion. Yeah. Okay, now it feels maxed out. I'm testing the plug. And it feels like maybe just a little more. Yeah, I can feel that. That's because the the blades were clogged up. So now that I cleaned the blades, I can feel the cut. And you see that it did remove a little more material from the bridge plate. All right. Now, once again, test the plug on the A string. Push it in. Look, perfect, right? Yeah, I just lost it somewhere. Where are you? Oh, here. I think it's good. Just in case. It's not going to cut deeper, right? It's got a collar around. Yeah, this is not cutting anymore. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, it did cut just a little bit. Okay, friends. So we prepped the bridge plate. So we don't need the bridge saver. And now I need wood glue. Let's see, Dr. Jeffrey Boyle is here. Yeah, so just wood glue. Where is it? Is that the new one? Yeah, from April 2025. Yeah. So, friends, I was going to do a different live stream today, as in later today, but it was going to be with Ava. She had to cancel last minute, or I should say postpone. Now, text message came in from a customer. If you excuse me, I'm just reading that. it's not from a customer, it's a spam thing. How do I block this jerk? Okay, whatever. So I need 3 plugs, okay? And I also need this scissor jack. That's a great tool, right? And what else do I need? I think I should turn the camera around, but then I need to redo the whole endoscope. I'm good like this. Okay, so we need 3 plugs. Now, these plugs are cut from wood, which means I need to look at the wood grain direction and just kind of mark it off with a pencil on both sides. All right? And we want to put it, they recommend to put it at a 45-degree angle like this. So the wood direction is going like this, the grain direction. More or less 45 degrees. So we'll do that. We'll take their recommendation. Sometimes it's hard to see. Okay, I'm seeing this. It's going this way. Yeah. So like I said, Eva was going to come today. She's been promoted to doctor, so Dr. Eva. So if everything goes according to plan, she's going to be the Guitar Quackery collaborator. I spoke with her very briefly. It was her suggestion to come back here after the live stream on Wednesday. She said that, you know, this was fun, she wants to come back. And then I started thinking, man, you know, it could be a lot more beneficial for the whole big picture to collaborate with her than to charge her the money I was going to charge her for the little repair that I did, which I normally don't do anyway. I just wanted to help her out because she's a visiting artist. She's here till October, which I didn't know right away, right? Because I literally just met her right before the live stream. But we had good energy here. I don't know if you watched the live. You guys watched the live stream. So I briefly talked to her, and I was anyway looking for, kind of had my eye out for, like, you know, maybe I want to sponsor an artist, do some work for them, and, you know, just have a sponsored artist. And she kind of like fits the bill, although she's not a guitar player, which you could say makes it interesting. She doesn't play guitar, and yet she's now sponsored by Guitar Quackery. She already accepted. So, hold on. So then she said, you know, I'm adjusting that annoying thing that is covering the screw hole. There you go. so that it's like on the other side. Still a little bit more. Ah, perfect. Good. So now I don't have that annoying situation anymore. Where was I? Eva. She's cool. All right, I decided. She's cool. And she's been a customer for a couple of hours, and then I canceled her customer account. And I said, now you're a sponsored artist. And she said, great. Who wouldn't want to be a sponsored artist here? So now I'll be sponsoring her, whatever she needs for her shows. And I'm going to go to her next show. So there will be a technician there. Yeah, so just to let you in on a little, inside information, I guess what I have in mind is, but so many people logged off. Now I only have 2 people watching. Whatever. So the 2 of you. Well, I want to do something where we both benefit. So hold on, I have a customer. Yes? Ah, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. I'm fixing this and I'm live streaming. You want to ask me a quick question? If it's quick, it's fine. Okay. All right. So I think that it can be very beneficial for people to collaborate. She's got her YouTube channel, I got mine, and both channels could be doing better. And I think that I can do things to help her, and she can do things to help me. Reciprocal. That's it. So details, I don't know. I got to talk to her. I mean, I got some ideas, but I'm not going to share details before I discuss with her. But just, a reciprocal exchange of a collaboration. And to be honest, I'm also talking to another potential collaborator. That guy actually contacted me. So, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I've been actually thinking of sponsoring an artist or maybe a couple. I don't know, I can't really afford to sponsor too many. So let me show you what I'm doing. I'm aligning this so that it's at a 45-degree angle. Yeah, more or less, I guess. And so that it has a little bit of glue on it. Okay. And I'm going to plug the E hole first. Should I switch cameras for you? Yeah, okay, whatever. So, wrong camera. There. Is that enough? It feels like it could use a little more glue. I don't want to put too much glue because I don't want to have squeeze out right there. Okay. That's it. Okay. Now let's see this. Oh. Okay, so that's this way now, right? 45 degrees. And now I am going to attempt the unthinkable. And through this hole on top, I can actually see the line going at a 45-degree angle. I can take a little thing to kind of like poke and adjust. And then I am simply going to peel off the tape on the inside, slowly, right? And you see that it's more or less at a 45-degree angle. You see that line there. And now I really need to hurry because this glue is going to be drying off as I am fiddling with the rest of the plugs. Okay, so maybe a little bit less talking. Oh, come on. I'm not worried about this glue. That's water soluble. I can always remove it later. So I always like to put glue on both surfaces. This way I kind of minimize air pockets. Okay. So I'm doing this by feel, and I look at the camera, and I look down at the hole to make my adjustments if I need to. And I can even remove a little bit of squeeze out glue. Okay, and remove the tape. Same way. There. We have one more. I guess I can use this tweezers. Why didn't I think of that before? So friends, I was going to publish a video today on the main channel. I've been procrastinating throughout the week on the video editing work. And I said, and you know, because I don't want to upload the video a few days in advance always and give the Patreon supporters a chance to view it at least a day or two in advance. But you know, I don't sleep enough and all that, so you know, I can't always really do what I want. So my initial plan was to do a Gibson warranty kind of information or kind of story video, and I wanted to include the most recent Gibson warranty happy ending story. And the thing is that the ending didn't happen yet. So I need the ending to happen, and I need to show what it is. So the ending has been postponed by Gibson for very valid reasons. So this time now I'm going to put this plate and this, and I'll explain everything. Just give me a minute here to think. Yeah, just what I thought. You know, the jack is hitting, whatever, a brace kind of not in the middle, but kind of lopsided. So I'm just going to use a clamp. Oh, no more light. I think my battery died. Yeah, what else? Let's charge it. And let's keep moving. Come in. You come in. We're repairing the bridge plate. But you are on live video. If you mind that, then you good. No, I just don't know if you want to be on YouTube. Yeah. I mean, I just want to disclose that because I'm doing a live stream. Full disclosure. So I don't need to clamp this excessively, but I still want to use some kind of something. Yeah, this. Yeah, he wants to talk to me about a guitar, I think, something. Not an uncommon situation at a guitar repair shop. It's happened before. Oh, hold on. Bridge plate only, yeah. What am I doing? I'm not even thinking. So I want to put this here. Okay. So this way I can clamp it more. And one more. That's it. Okay, we're good. What was I saying before about the Gibson warranty? Yeah. So I reviewed a Gibson guitar on the main channel, an R8. That's a 1958 reissue Les Paul. It had an issue with the nut that I fixed, and I recorded a separate video about that. Now, someone commented on that video on my channel, which is called Guitar Quackery, and said something like, who is to say that the quack didn't damage the nut before shooting the video? So I don't mind a little bit of conspiracy theory, that's fine, but you can't call me a quack, not even on my own channel. So I deleted that user. He can never post anything on the channel anymore. I'm not going to waste my time with assholes. So, but it had an issue with 2 of the saddles. And we don't know if that happened at the store, because this guitar was at a store for 3 years before it was finally sold. But Gibson, I only have good experiences with them. I know that some people have other opinions, but they, I instructed the customer how to approach the whole thing, what to say and what to show to them. And they immediately agreed to send him a new entire bridge, not just 2 saddles, ABR1 bridge. Now, the reason why it didn't arrive yet, and I thought it would, but no. And it's all good. They didn't forget about him. They are aging it, right? So they are doing whatever needs to be done to it. And I know that they have their secrets. I have an idea what they're doing, but whatever. They're aging it so that it fits better. Now, am I going to replace the entire bridge? I don't think so. I think I'll just pull the 2 saddles, because then I only need to slot 2 of the saddles. I don't want to be slotting 6 of them. So let's see. Anyway, let's see when the bridge arrives. But that's another good customer experience with a warranty request from Gibson. So I want to include that in the video, because the other part of the video, which is the main part of the warranty thing in the video, is, I know people are going to criticize, why did this even happen in the first place? And, you know, I'm good with that. But the thing that they had to fix was resolved, I guess. I'll talk about it in the video. But you'll see. In that case, I made 2 videos for Gibson to show them the issues. And again, they were nice, but I had to undo some damage because the customer initially contacted them before reaching out to me and said the wrong things. So I don't know if I'm going to really talk about all that in the video. I still need to record my narration. But yeah, it's very important how you approach Gibson or Fender or whomever if you want a good resolution. Oh, look, I got some calls and text messages. Yeah, you see my phone was silenced. Let me see, what is this? 347. From the menu, would like to something about because it's an old guitar. So this is about a guitar. Okay. Let me just copy and paste my usual message. I do a copy and paste when people call, and it's always the same. Paste and send. Share my information. Hello, it appears that you called the Guitar Quackery helpline. I am either on the phone, which I was not, or working on a guitar, which I was. To get a reply, please text back to this number with the following information: full name, make and model of the guitar, brief, that's the key word, reason for your call. Please note, now that's at the end, that because of an overwhelming demand for services, I will only be able to reply to callers who provide all the information as requested. Thank you very much. And believe it or not, some people still reply without their name or whatever. And I always wonder, why bother replying? It says right there that I will only reply if you provide all of the information. So that means that you will not get a reply if you don't provide all of the information, which means if you are replying to me, not providing all of the information, you will not get a reply. So why bother wasting your time, right? But let's see what this customer will do. Potential customer. I had to turn down a job. Maybe you want to see. Okay, so yeah, this job I'm not doing. I know it would be an amazing live streaming series, but we're not doing it, sorry. Unfortunately, yeah, we're not doing this job. Where's my switcher? Okay, so a Rickenbacker. First of all, a Rickenbacker, every Rickenbacker setup or whatever is going to be charged by the hour. I don't mess with those things anymore. Headstock repair, previously botched. Look at that. Okay. I was briefly considering it. And yeah, there's some open space here as well. So briefly replied, said, you know, that's something we would be doing by the hour and live streaming and working off of your budget. So he said, do you think $1,000 is enough? Not even like in a range of not for this. So so I said, no, that's not realistic. But I'm trying to help him anyway I reached out to someone who does carbon fiber repairs of nasty headstock breaks like this. So maybe his $1,000 is enough for that, but not for the woodworking repair. We'll see. I don't know. I never ask my friend how much he charges. So, and I think that $1,000 is not even enough for that. But so if I need to graft pieces of wood into a nasty headstock thing, which I've done, and I'm going to do it on this channel as well. Oh, let's see if that customer is still waiting for me. Hold on. I think he left. Yeah. So it's grafting pieces of wood. Let me show you what I mean. Gotta find pictures now. Where do I have? I got so many pictures of guitars. Headstock repairs. Okay. And right. Want to see this? So this is a previously botched headstock repair that just broke at the glue joint. So I tell you, whenever it breaks again at the actual glue joint, it's garbage. And you can actually see here, you know, the glue inside reflecting the light as though shining the light inside, right? So whatever. So I had to first do this. That's just epoxy. Nothing else will work. After cleaning up, obviously, and making a whole bunch of gaps. And then removing wood like this. And then, make a long story short, yeah. So then patching it up like that, right? Now, I've done others. That's another one, like that. So this guy actually wanted maple because it broke twice before. And then third time it broke, he brought it to me. And then we did this. And that's another one. So this one has an interesting story behind it. It was some kind of nasty repair that was previously repaired and then broke again. So whenever I'm like this broke again, you can't put glue on dry glue, right? That's not going to work because wood glue needs to get soaked into the wood fibers. So if someone tried to glue it before, they just contaminated that surface. I cannot put glue there again. So some kind of epoxy is fine, or if I clean up, glue, okay? But then you need to do some kind of reinforcement. So those grafts, wood grafts, are a good option. And I don't get to do them often, but yeah. I'm getting distracted a little bit. There's loud music. You can't hear it through this. So yeah. So, oh yeah, that Rickenbacker. There is no, that would not even be like a clean thing like this. I was kind of imagining what would need to happen, especially because it's like a 5-piece neck, I think. Laminate neck. It would require several grafts of wood fitting there, etc. And then this is the whole point, and it's the whole issue that it's a Rickenbacker that I don't want to get into. So the whole thing would have started with a consultation fee, non-refundable. But with his $1,000 budget, that's not even like, you know, he did then offer more, but you know, if he started with 1,000, I just don't think, no. I can't. And who knows what else that base has that needs to be repaired anyway, right? So sometimes you need to replace truss rods on Rickenbackers. Now most of them have truss rods that can be replaced, but there's a reason why they break. Maybe I'll make a video about that one day. I have some materials already recorded. So, yeah. I'm not doing that. But my friend, you know what? I can tell you who he is. Ian Davlin, right? You can look him up. He does fantastic carbon fiber repairs. Like, then it's an exoskeleton on the outside. And I can see how that's considerably less work than doing what I would do with woodworking. And he can do those woodworking repairs as well, obviously. So he does the same kind of grafts, backstrap. He does the same exact thing. But anyway, so now he started doing those carbon fiber repairs. And I'm not getting into that. So I thought maybe he wants to do it, so I sent it to him. Let's see if he wants to do it or not. I don't know. I think he'll probably pass, but up to him, right? So that's that. Oh, this customer texted me. Oh, just with a heart. Okay, so I guess he's watching. And the other customer did not reply yet. Okay, give him a minute. And then, yeah, I got some other text messages I gotta read later. Okay, friends, I am going to end this live stream right now. So this what's going to happen. This will stay clamped for a few hours. It's just wood glue. Now, if I stay late tonight, I might do the other 3 holes, but it will really be advisable to do it like tomorrow, another day. But tomorrow's Sunday. I might come here or not. I don't know yet. Let's see. Okay, friends. So thank you very much for watching. This channel is growing slowly. It's almost got 500 subscribers. I don't know why it's not getting a little more popular, because I do share a lot of information. All right, so why don't I tell you a little bit about my plans for the main channel. Now, time is always an issue. I just need time to make things happen. I'm going to continue doing reviews on that channel. And I'm going to continue doing interesting discoveries on that channel. But the repair videos, at least most of them, will become either not private, what do you call it? For membership, exclusive content. That's it. Either that, or they will become the kind of long pre-release format, which means if there are 2 membership tiers, like on my Patreon account, I have, I think, 5 membership tiers or something. But I only have members for 2 tiers, right, so far. So those who wish to watch exclusive content, or those who wish to watch what do you call it? What is it called again? Not preview, early access. Yeah, okay. So when I find the time to do what I need to do in life, in my professional life, I would like to edit a whole bunch of early access videos and a whole bunch of exclusive content videos, a whole bunch, like a few of them, and put them on the channel so that people can start subscribing on YouTube for that. Because I don't think a lot of people go to Patreon. And to be honest, I actually want to support YouTube. I'll tell you why in a minute. So that way, the early access will really be worth the people's $2 a month, I think it's going to be. Because those videos will stay in pre-release format for 6 months or more, or a year, right? So, and as I work on guitars, there's going to be more of them. So another question is, why not just log on to Guitar Quackery Live? Well, you can do that, and obviously you guys are doing that. But not everyone wants to watch unedited videos. But I just can't spend 8 hours editing a video and just releasing it and just hope that the ad money will add up to something. You get like $4 or $5 per video on these for just the ad money, right? So, and if people skip the ads don't even pay. I don't know. I think so, right? So yeah, This way I would have valuable videos in pre-release content. All videos that are like not too valuable, but whatever, you know. Valuable meaning that they offer educational value, right? But the more like videos that are like reviews of guitars or whatever, right? Regular content, let's call it. They would be in pre-release format for maybe up to a week. Okay, not longer than that. So those who are subscribed to the early access, you know, they will get to see them a few days in advance on YouTube. And then there would be exclusive content, which would stay exclusive forever. How would those be different than the pre-release videos? I would go more into details, right? Now, I tell you everything, again, on this channel, but it takes time, and time is money, right? To watch through these long-form live streams. But, you know, an edited video saves you time. So for some people, that time saved, time not spent, might be worth the $5 a month, or I think it's going to be $5 a month, right? That's my plan, okay? And then comes the whole other plan that I talked about earlier, right? You know what I'm talking about. So that's something that it's just in my head now. I need to discuss it with my potential collaborator. I think we're going to do something. But I actually would love to discuss it on this channel during a live stream to have the actual conversation with the two potential collaborators, because I told you that somebody else actually reached out to me as well. So, and I already discussed ideas with this other person who is a YouTuber. And we'll see. You know, I don't want to say anything now, who it is or what. And that's because I want to keep an element of surprise for your entertainment value. Right? Like a joke, right? You don't want to know the end of the joke before you hear the joke. So yeah, so if that other collaborator, you know, what's the word? You know, works out, that's it. You know, it'll also be good, right? Because I like his channel. What else is new? I got some feedback from the past video that it would be good to do a little more musical content on this channel, maybe even on the main channel, I don't know. And I think that would be a good idea. So I'm thinking about that. Now, what would it take? Well, a whole bunch of equipment again. Because look, sometimes I hear loud music that you don't hear from these rehearsal studios, and that music can't be heard on this channel, or on the main channel, not at all, right? Because that would create a situation, potential, not potential, it would create a situation with ads that are playing on the channel, on the main channel, and all that with copyrighted content. I just don't want to create a mess. So this is why I have these microphones, right? That's a dynamic microphone right here, headset, and it cuts 90% background sounds, including copyrighted music. So in order for me to play music here with someone, I need to figure out how to make that happen in this lively environment. Either that, or it needs to happen late at night. And yeah, so I'm thinking about it. So if it's going to happen, sound is important. I need to probably invest again in more equipment. Now, this month, I kind of said, let's try to not spend any money for the business. And up until a few days ago, I had to spend money at the Home Depot. It was for something here I had to fix. I forgot what. I think it was $12. Let me see again. And business card here. $12.54 at the Home Depot. Okay, and I said, okay, that's going to be it for the month. But then that didn't work out either. I had to buy something from StewMac. I had to buy it. I think I placed the order 2 days ago. And that was $146, something like that. Okay, which is still low, because usually it's a 4-digit number that I need to pay every month. 4 figures, not 3 figures, right? And I'm just kind of tired of that, spending so much money. So I am not really looking forward to spending more money on gear, but I think I will have to, and not only for the musical live streams, but also for something else. This is never enough. Look, it looks like I have everything, right? But there's always something. Sometimes it's just an expensive cable, or something, right? And God forbid my switch stops working, then I need to buy another one, and have it shipped overnight. So, yeah, I'm planning to buy something very expensive for the business, and I negotiated a good price a few months ago, and the vendor just sent me an email. I said, let's reconnect at the end of the summer, 2 months ago I told him that. But yesterday, was it? I think yesterday, he sent me an email like, hey, what's up? I did write back today, and I said, let's stick to the plan at the end of the summer, right? So that's another reason why I'm trying to not spend too much money every month, again, because of the other thing that's probably coming up. But yeah, so I'm trying to find ways to better monetize the channel. I don't want to put any pressure on you guys because you're watching. I know it's not about you. I'm trying to find some other ways to better monetize the channel. It's a little tough because I don't want to have sponsored content that is guitar related, because I want to do reviews that are completely unbiased. So that's important, right? So the only guitar related things would be like things that are not a conflict: strings, guitar cases, things like that. So accessories. Or, I was thinking of reaching out to Music Nomad. I mean, I mention them all the time. Maybe they want to sponsor. I'll reach out to them. I haven't done it yet. So that, yes, but not the vendors. I never want to borrow a guitar to review it, or be gifted a guitar to review it, or anything. So if anyone... So I have a plan. I kind of hinted on this. I guess I can tell you what it is. Only like 6 of you are watching, right? And a few will watch replays of this, whatever. So let's say that someone reaches out to me and says, hey, can we send you a guitar to review? Maybe I might accept, but I would, no, I can't tell you because I have something, a good idea that is going to make it completely unbiased, but no, yeah, I can't tell you, sorry. But I don't want to do those kinds of reviews, basically. So I have other ideas how to monetize better, but everything takes work. I'm sorry, yeah, work, and work takes time, yeah, and time is money. Speaking of time is money, I need to move on to the next job. I feel like I wanted to say something. I did. I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah. So some companies reached out to me already for sponsorship, or they said collaboration, yeah. They were avoiding the term sponsorship. What they meant was they send me stuff for free to review. One of them was Geiker, and the other one was, I don't even know the name anymore. And I, eventually just sent them my terms and never heard back. So if they think that I'm just gonna jump on the opportunity to review plagiarized guitar hardware just because they send me something that I don't even need, that's not how advertising works. No. So I sent them my terms, and I can look up what those terms are because I don't know it by heart. Bear with me. Okay, that, and then, okay, I'm gonna paraphrase off of this. Okay. So my revised terms are 3 options, okay, which I sent to this second offer. The first one, I only sent 2 options, just to be clear. So, option 1, exclusive featured product review and placement video. Option 2, sponsored generic guitar-related video. I'll explain what that is. And option 3, reciprocal collaboration. And in this revised thing, I say that there are 3 options, 2 paid options, right? And 1 free option. That's the reciprocal thing. So option 1, exclusive featured product review and placement video. You get visual representation with close-ups, 2D and 3D microscope images of your product's parts in a high resolution, or 3D scans, blah, 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 when applicable. For the whole production, $3,408. You pay, you get the video. Option 2 has 2 sub-options. So that's the generic guitar-related, sponsored generic guitar-related video. That means that they are sponsoring a generic video. So that would be when I just, in the middle of the video, say, this video is being sponsored by XYZ Acme company, and do a 30-second segment about their services or products without necessarily showing a product, or maybe I could just briefly show a product, maybe pictures. And that's either without a guaranteed view count, 5 cents per view after 30 days. We count after 30 days how many views, you pay me 5 cents for each view, okay? Or with a guaranteed view count, 7 cents per view. So let's say we agree that it's got to be at least 5,000 views in 30 days. Then you got to pay me 7 cents per view after 30 days. And if that doesn't happen, then I do another video and include the same ad in that other video, and that needs to reach the agreed upon number, right? And if that doesn't happen, then again, I guess, yeah, haven't worked out that part yet, but whatever, that's something I can negotiate. And it says in both cases, it says right here, there would be an agreement if the video happens to go viral at some time in the future. There would be an agreement. And then option 3, reciprocal collaboration, which is I do something for you, you do something for me. So this last so-called corporate collaborator didn't even reply to the email. They can't afford 5 cents per view. Okay. Yeah. They just want to send a free product. Now, I researched how much YouTubers get paid, and I based my prices of these per view things based on that. Now, those are the bigger YouTubers that have, I don't know, 500,000 subscribers and a lot of views in the tens or hundreds of thousands, and then that's 5 cents per view. But with me, you know, when I get 5,000 views, that's a lot. And if they can't even pay 5 cents per view when it's not even a lot, then we have nothing to talk about. Or 7 cents per view if it's with a guaranteed view count. But yeah, so there are these, there isn't a shortage of these sleazy people that are just going to send, you know, plagiarized products, you know, products that they've ripped off another company and don't give any credit, don't pay any licensing fees, nothing. And they get them reviewed for free, advertised for free on YouTube. And that's not going to happen here. I already have a job. I can already work on guitars. So, yeah. And, you know, actually it pays nothing, right? So I'm not going to do that. And, yeah, I have a viewer from faraway Brooklyn. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's far from Brooklyn here. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. And speaking of time is money, it's been 1 hour, 39 minutes and 2 seconds. I am going to end this live stream. I got to work on something else. I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming or not, that other thing. Maybe yes, maybe no. We'll see. I have to decide what I'm going to be doing next. Okay, friends. So that's that. I just talked a little bit about what's going to happen. And then I have some other ideas. Like I said, I want to actually discuss them in a live stream, possibly. With, you know, who? Maybe. Yeah, let's see. Let's talk to her first, me and her, and see if she wants to discuss it live, open, like this. That might be interesting, right? And I have some other interesting ideas also for her, actually. Even more interesting. So, for her audience, not for you guys. Okay, or unless you want to subscribe to her channel. You are free to do that. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Thank you very much. And blah, 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 blah.